Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be doing the pros and cons on the Windgoo B20. If this is a bike that you're looking to buy and you're just trying to find out some information on it, I have a whole playlist up the top here about all different bits and bobs I've been doing, and in the description below will be my affiliate link to Windgoo. So if you are interested in buying it, if you click down there, you'll go straight to there and you don't have to go for Amazon. Like and subscribe to the channel, and that way you get updated for any other Windgoo videos that I need to do, or if you have any comments or anything you want to know about the bike before you buy it, leave a comment in the description below and I'll get back to you with as much help and information as I can. But with that said, let's get into why we're here. So that's why today we're going to do the pros and cons video. I've been using the bike probably for about 2 months now, every day, pretty much. And I'd say that I have enjoyed it a lot more than the B3. The B3 is a great little bike for what it does, but for me, where I have to go up a large hill to get up to the MOT test station where I take my cars to, and this has been a lot better. So I've been able to pedal assist up the hill because it's a steep hill. So battery power alone, I'd always used to have to use my leg on the ground with the B3 to get up there, but with this I can just pedal quite easily and then get up the hill. So that's been a great bonus from having the B20. So I'm going to go through some pros and cons with it and what I found good and not so good. I'm going to be comparing it more to the B3 than say another electric foldable scooter, because I haven't had any more before that one. Or I'm not going to compare it to any larger £2,000 scooters, because they will be better for range and comfort, but they won't be as good for like foldability and size. And I'm going to say the first pro for this bike over the B3 is the stability of it. I find this bike to be a lot more stable. It is bigger, the seat is higher, the handlebars are higher, the wheels are bigger, but it does feel more like you're riding a bike than a sit-down scooter or something else. This definitely feels like a folding bike. So for that reason, the stability on this one, if I'd have had the choice between the two after riding both, I probably would have spent the extra money on getting this than that. So yeah, the stability is a great feature for this bike. As you say, if you don't want to use the electric on it, you can just pedal from a straight or anything like that. You don't have to be constantly using the electric. So for that point, we're gaining extra distance because we are actually pedaling as well as using the electric assisted motor, I should say. So that's definitely one of my main pros for the bike. With that said, one of the cons for this against the B3 is the weight. Now this is a lot heavier than the B3. Now with the fact that I have to fold it up and put it into vehicles to then bring them back and take it up there, etc. It is heavier. It is noticeably heavier than the other one. The other one was quite light. I never even really gave it any consideration of any weight. But with this one, where it folds up, I'll quickly show you now if you can. Where it folds up, we've got the bit here, and then I'm going to leave the seating for now. And then we'll break it here, and then we're going to fold it, and this is set up. Then we're going to fold it up. Once we're in about here, it starts to feel a bit like clumpy. So trying to like lift it and maneuver it can be a bit tricky. What would be good if there was like a handle or something that you could hold it through from it. But that's that. We just put it back together again. But it is easy to dismantle. Put it back up. So yeah, the weight of it is heavier than the other bikes. So if you're looking for like a small commute to do, I don't know, half a kilometre to the train station and take on the train, I'd say maybe the B3 would be a better option than this one because it's lighter, it folds down to a similar size, and you can sort of just carry it. If you're going up and down escalators and things like that, like at a train station or tube, the other one is quite easy to, I think that even does have a carry handle on it. I'll have to grab it out and have a look. But yeah, that is lighter and that is beneficial for that purpose. So con against this versus that one, this is heavier than the B3. Another pro for this one is the range, like I touched on earlier. With the ability to pedal, and we don't have to use the electric on it, it gives us further range that we can use. So if you're not even going down a hill, if you're like on a flat, you can just sort of pedal along leisurely without using too much force and not having to rely on full battery power to propel you along. You're not having to use your legs or anything like that. So for that reason, the range on it has, I I've got more out of the battery life than I did on the other ones. I haven't done a full distance test yet. That is to come. I am going to give a full charge test, like charge it up and then run it and test it out and see how far I get without doing it and measuring the distances. But for now, I've just noticed that the charges in between, I'm getting a lot more battery life out of this than the B3, purely because I have the pedal assist. I think it has the same internals, same controller, same battery, same motor. So the only real difference is we're actually giving it some pedal assist. So that's definitely a pro for this one, is we are getting a lot more range out of this than the B3. A slight con on this one, same as well as the other one, is the build quality can be questionable at times. It's generally pretty well built, but there is a few things, like there is a few rattles when you're going along. You can sort of hear it like ting 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 ting, and like the pedals. However a good idea it is, the fact that they lift up and they fold in like that, and then you know to minimise width. By doing that, you're also actually losing quite a lot of structural pressure on the outside of the pedal. The inside bit is fine, but the outside section, if you're standing up trying to get some proper pedaling on it, they're not that stable through from that. So it is a bit annoying, and sometimes they can clonk. So you're just pedaling along, it's like clonk, 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 and it's like, oh, that's quite annoying. So yeah, the build quality on these bits isn't the best. And if you've seen any of my earlier videos, or if you haven't, I've already had to like replace the seat stem, and I did the seat as well. Unfortunately, Windgoo didn't have any in stock to send me, so I had to order it from Amazon. But it was only 16 quid for the pair, pretty much. But my seat actually bent, the tube bent. I had my son on my lap, but he's 3, and I weigh 11 stone. So the combined weight was probably about 14 stone. But it did not. The fact that this is angled, you see this is like uprights here, it's already angled on the back. The added weight, it bent the seat back through from. So again, bit of a negative on the build quality from that. And then if you can see here, the colour of my chain is just brown. I've lubricated it. I've got a motorbike. I don't know if you can see in the corner over here. I've got a CB1000R in the corner, so I know how to maintain bikes. I've lubricated the chain up, but it makes no difference. The chain just looks rusty. That is it. Nothing I can do about that. It's just a rusty looking chain. The wheels and tyres have held up okay. The frame and everything seems to be all right. Nothing really going on there. The brakes are still not the greatest, and they've really started to squeak. So I'm going to have a look into that to improve them. But yeah, the build quality, there's a few areas which it could be improved on through from that point of view. So a bit of a negative is the build quality, but at the end of the day, this is £366.12p. So for the money that you're getting, for the money that you're paying for what you're getting, you have to accept some compromises somewhere down the line. And I think I'll compromise a rusty chain and some squeaky pedals for the fact that it's just over £350. So that's that one. A pro for this one over the B3, even though the B3 is good as well, is the foldability of it. This does fold up really quite small. Even though it's a bigger bike, with the ability of what I showed you earlier, being able to break it in half, fold the front down and take the seat out, all with quick release, it folds down so small, it can pretty much go anywhere. So for that point, this is definitely a pro for this one. The other one, because it only folded down the top, because it was shorter, but you can only fold down the front half, you were limited that it had to go in a space like that. Whereas this one can fold in half, so the actual overall length of the bike is a lot shorter. It's fatter when it's all folded up. It takes up more of a square space rather than a long space, rectangular space. It does fold up generally smaller, so you can get it pretty much anywhere through from that point of view. So definitely a pro on that. It's the foldability of these are really, really good. There's a tight space that you need to get the bike into. This will fold smaller than the B3. So that's definitely a positive on this one over the other one. Another positive on this one over the B3. The B3 again was okay, but this one is the lights. Now, to turn the lights on, which I had to read the book for, you press and hold it for 3 seconds, and then the light comes on. And the light that it does emit is very, very good light. It's more than you would normally get on a road bike, because we have the whole strip of light coming through from there. And on the back as well, we have a built-in brake light, which again is great. That's why I feel more confident using this on the road than the other one. because I've got brake lights so people behind me can see. I might be small, but I've got the lights that you can't really give it that you didn't see me. So yeah, the lights on this thing are really, really quite good. All the electric side of things, I haven't had a problem with any of it. It's to say it's all works as it should do. It's never let me down. I do miss my horn and I have to resort to a bell, whereas my other one did have a horn, so that was real loud. So that might be an upgrade that I do, is put something a little bit louder on it. Because you're coming up to people sometimes as an average of 15 miles an hour on the path. You get on them quite quick. So you're like ringing it and they're not looking, and you're like, you've got to really like stop or move out of the way and stuff. So a loud horn makes people see where you're coming from. So yeah, so that's from that point. I do take the kids on that. See, I've got the pegs on here. So I've got one child that sort of stands on the front and looks back at me that way. I've got the seat now, which has got like some suspension in the seat. But no, I love the bike. I think it's great. And would I buy one? Yes, I would. Would I recommend buying one? Yes, I would. And if you are going to buy one, then in the description down below is going to be my affiliate link. So if you click on that video, if you click on the link below, you will find that. And then from there, they'll know that you're watching my videos, I'm helping you out, and everyone's a winner. So thanks for watching, guys. Any questions about the bike or anything you want to know, or any ideas or any information I can help you out with, just leave a comment below, and I read them all and I'll respond to like all of them as well. So yeah, just do that and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.